Yeah, but was that R. Kelly?
Yeah,
Guys?
you sang R. Kelly.
Oh my gosh, no.
In 2021, you just sang R. Kelly.
No. Please, people, don't cancel me. Don't cancel me, y'all.
One day
If
you'll have
Ebony
one.
has.
No, that doesn't make me cry for help. Like, I'm good. I have a very full musical life.
Huh? Is that probably... Do you think that's why he got with her in the first place? Because he's basically broke. So he was like...
If you kiss with your eyes open, can it be passionate? Because you're not focused.
Well, you're too focused, I think.
You're too
focused. And keep your booty clean. Just let you know.
There you go.
I was actually looking out for y'all, that's all.
Oh gosh. Moving on swiftly.
Yeah.
I've just read this sentence. It just made me laugh again.
Can you just say
Wait,
it,
which
please?
sentence?
Say it.
So, moving on to the straight from the timeline stuff. First thing, courtesy of Ebony,
Okay.
is China doing anal swabs. ... For COVID.
For COVID.
Because that's very important. Because the first part is a madness on its own.
Yeah, context is important here.
Yeah, so Ebony dropped this in the group chat today. Without the COVID part.
She
I
just
was in
said
a
it was some annual. She was some annual anal.
I was in a rush. I had to get the keywords in as quick as I could.
So yeah, this is for COVID testing. It's not just fun and games. So I think you tell us what about this, Ebony, because
So the thing is, yeah, allegedly, so China are requesting that their arrivals, their foreigners that arrive into their country undergo not only was it nasal, some other traditional normal COVID tests, but also they would like you to participate in an anal swab. And I just thought it was quite interesting. I even saw Japan, I don't know if it was a tweet, but Japan said, please do not do this to our citizens. Please. No, I shouldn't actually laugh. They were like, it was like, quote, it's causing psychological damage or something like that. So I don't know what is happening.
It messes with your mind.
But
can you imagine if you didn't know this before you went and you landed?
Do that.
And they said, then over.
ma'am, step into the box.
What if you had something spicy on the plane and you did a number?
No,
but it's all okay because it's obviously intimate. You don't need to clear the sections.
Wait, you have to be prepared. Guys, if you're going China, prepare.
In every way, in every mind, body, and soul.
Every crevice. Make sure you're prepared.
No, that's
I
not
don't
order.
know.
They need to make
That's
sure
so
that they
funny,
update
man.
the public toilets to have bidets, and then everything will be sweet. Because otherwise, that's just out of
so
order.
funny. So guys, you're going on holiday, right? Where's the place that you're dying to go the most?
What was it? Going on holiday?
If you're going on holiday, if you want to go on holiday, where's the place that's top of your list? You're dying to go.
Oh, I need to go back to the Caribbean. I'm not gonna lie. I just need to do a connect dot.
To go to Caribbean, you have to do your anal test.
Oh!
Yeah, you're fine with that.
Oh! Wait, you can't just throw that in there.
Isn't that the rules from now on? To land in this country, you have to drop them jaws.
Drop them.
Drop them jaws.
I ain't gonna
What
lie.
is it? What are you saying?
I'll probably do it.
I'd have
Just
to prepare myself because I
need
need
to go.
holiday, guys.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. This is very invasive.
Yeah,
I might just
but
have to drop the pants.
Just do it quick.
If I can do it myself.
Can I I was just gonna say, can I let you do it themselves?
As far as I know, it sounds like I've done a lot of reading on it, but they insert it about 3 to 5 centimeters within.
Oh!
And then they do a twirl, allegedly.
Hey, you didn't say all of that. You didn't say all of that. You just said swab. That's not what I envisioned.
I've done absolutely no research on this.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not sure if that's something that,
How
it's
long
probably
does
best
it
left
need
to
to
a
be
professional.
there? Is it a quick?
I thought it'd be in and out.
You don't have to leave it in.
I'm just asking. I didn't realise there was so much rules. I'm a little bit scared.
I need to know what the experience is like. If anyone has been to China, not that I want to feel it. I want to hear. If anyone has been to China recently, then hit me up, because I just want to know.
It'll be anonymous, but please share your experience.
Anonymous, obviously, but I just want to know. I just want to know, like...
Don't give me some joke.
What's that like? Oh, wow.
Right.
That's tickled me. What else has been popping on the timeline this week?
Mm-hmm. Well, Megan's got her boo, who is super cute.
Hot girl is officially off the streets.
Yeah, I know.
In time for hot girl summer as well.
I'm telling you. Do you think it's going to affect her music, y'all?
No. No. I don't think people in America have that barrier of like, oh, I can't say this because no.
It did in my opinion, it happened to like Beyonce for me. Like I felt like her vibe was something. Then when it became very obvious she was with Jay-Z, and then we started seeing Jay-Z more featured in the videos, I also felt like the music gave me a different vibe at the time as well.
I think she'll definitely probably put him in her video.
Do you think Megan?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't think so.
See it?
No, I think so.
All right. I can't wait to see.
Right, we'll come back to this conversation.
You know.
I can just see it. Because they do that. Like, they do that. Not her specifically, but I just see it all the time. Like, oh, now he's my love interest kind of thing.
True. We'll have to see.
But yeah, congrats to her. What's his name? Pardison Fontaine. I don't know one of his songs that he had a year ago or something. Well, he had one song with Cardi B and it was good.
Oh, really? I didn't even know anything about this dude. I just had to look at him because I was like, I wonder what Megan's type is. And
do you think he's fit?
Him, yes. I think she got a winner. A winner.
Okay, but he's not
in terms of looks.
I think he is beautiful.
Yeah, same. This is the first time we've agreed on this.
I know, this is very weird because
I was about to say,
have
is
the
this
same
lockdown, like just messing with our heads? Because we never agree on this.
I need to be free. I need to see people. Oh my days, I don't even know what. Anyway.
So what are we listening to?
So Drake released some new songs this week. I don't know if anyone heard any of them.
No.
No. I've heard.
I have. What is it? Is it What's Happening? Is that the
something
title?
like that? It's What Something. Let me do my research. Hold on, people. I don't even think it matters, but I think it's just a few. It's like 3 songs, basically. The first 2, I did listen to it the other day. The first 2 I wasn't really feeling, and the last one with Rick Ross I was kind of feeling, but not that much. Not enough. And I just feel like usually with like Drake stuff, I'll know exactly like then and there if I like it. He's not really a grower on me kind of musician. So yeah, I just feel like these are just like throwaway songs. Like these ain't the...
Maybe he's saving the creme de la creme for summer. That's what we're saying.
I think maybe he's getting us ready because Drake knows that he's like the summer king. Like we all want to bop to some Drake. So maybe he's trying to do the sprinkling. Who knows? I hope so. That's just me hoping.
Let's hope. At least 2 or 3 bangers. Minimum.
Yeah, 'cause I need it. I need everyone to be on their ish. All you musicians, all of you, when this summer hits, this spring summer, I need it. If I don't go outside and lose my mind, you've all failed me. You've all failed me. Oh, do you know who's about to release some hot new music, guys?
Who?
JLS! Awkward silence. I literally just saw this today and it made me laugh so much, right? So it said JLS signs a new contract.
With who?
Don't give a pity R. That R was full of pity. It was, I think it said BMG or something like that.
Who that?
Yeah, who that? I don't know. They're probably like some really big company and we just don't know.
Probably don't.
But I just thought, what kind of music do you think JLS are gonna put out? Because
what kind of vibe do they have now?
What kind? Yeah, it like we beat again. It's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. I sound so miserable today.
At the time, it was a bop.
It didn't cut it then.
Presently, for me, listen, I like to look.
Did you have a hoodie?
No, I didn't have a hoodie. You always try to do this, you know. I say I kind of slightly like something, all of a sudden I'm a stan. No, but
do you remember that?
Yeah, it's a bop. Like
it was a big thing, you know. JLS were a big thing. That's not disrespect, guys.
But I mean, I also like Miley Cyrus music, so I mean,
she was all right sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Is this before she went hip hop or?
Oh yeah, before she went rogue. I'm talking The Climb.
Yeah.
I'm talking Party in the
USA. That's it. Yeah.
That was a good time. The other stuff, the twerking. Yeah.
But bear in mind, guys, I was like 14, 15. I'm just gonna say so. Like, chill. I'm a little bit older now. Only slightly.
But I don't think there's anything else going on music-wise. I'm just waiting for you guys, you musicians, to step it up. Listen to me like I know.
I was like, damn, that was a bit like, step it up. I was like, girl,
step it up. But I haven't listened to anything new.
Not new for me.
In a while that's made me go, oh, like I haven't had that feeling of like,
I've discovered new people that I'm definitely, I wouldn't say like I'm stan, but look, you're so new.
Very, like, you like a lot.
Oh, well, if they came for like a little independent concert, I would definitely buy a ticket. That much I like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I haven't had an album that has like just resonated with me like in so long. You know, you back in the day, you used to have an album and you would play that from track 1 to track 12, and you wouldn't skip any. I haven't had that.
What's your last legendary album you can think of?
Usher Confessions.
I knew you were gonna say that.
That's my favorite. Like from top to bottom, Usher was in his bag.
Even to this day, the album gets played.
Yeah.
To this day.
What's your album, Dee?
Oh gosh, pretty much everything from NERD, every single album they had.
Oh yeah, you're a big.
Oh God, you already know Pharrell is the husband. I'm sorry, I know he has a wife, but I'm in number 2, just waiting to tap in. No, let me not disrespect. Honestly, yeah, NERD, I love that band.
Yeah, I don't really know any of their like non-single songs. If it was on TV and it had a video, I know it. But other than that, but all of those ones were good, so I trust you. What about you, Ebony?
Do you know, honestly, I don't have an album. That sounds really sad. I'm definitely a singles girl. I listen to a lot of music, but I'm definitely a singles girl. Like, I just don't have loyalty like that. I'm a bit in the wind, you know, it's hard to catch me.
Ooh, this returns to a therapy session.
No.
You know what?
No, you need to find one.
We will find
so
it. We
good.
will.
Okay.
Yeah. Throughout this podcast, we will definitely ask this question again and again, and we will find out one day.
One day you will have
Ebony
one.
has.
No, that wasn't a cry for help. Like, I'm good. I have a very full musical life. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get the album title for next time because I can't.
No,
like
just
this.
throw one out there. It's got to be one that sits with you. You have to remember where you were.
It was a
first. It was everything.
It brought the emotions.
You know, I was listening to Confessions like I knew what a relationship was. I had no idea, but I was in it.
It's like the genuine pony days and all that stuff. Like, did anybody have a clue what was going on?
Have you ever done that? Like, listen back to a song from like back in the day, and then you've actually listened to what's being said.
Yes.
And it's like, wow, as a child, like, it's crazy. Like, I remember when we were in primary school and I wanted to do a dance and it was to R. Kelly Ignition, and the teacher we were in like year 5, and teachers were like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, what the heck are you on about? There's nothing wrong being said in the song. but when you actually listen to it, as an
rolling
adult,
that body, got every man in here wishing.
Yeah. All of this is like, oh, okay.
Oh no, did I sing the wrong song?
No, you sang the right one. That was the right one.
Oh. Yeah, but was that R. Kelly?
Yeah,
guys?
you just sang R. Kelly.
Oh my gosh, no.
In 2021, you just sang R. Kelly.
No. Please, people, don't cancel me. Don't cancel me, y'all. We all know that is like a lyric that everybody knows, okay? I'm trying to uncondition myself. Guys, I promise I don't listen to it anymore.
Okay, girl, we'll let you off.
Thank you.
Right, before... Well, I guess we're done music-wise, unless anyone's got anything else.
Yeah, let's move off of it.
Let's move on to our weekly TV talks, our weekly series. Series.
Oh, wow. Series.
Our weekly series. No, that's not right. If I'm talking about 2 series. Is it still
Sirai? No, it's series.
Whoa, girl!
Sirai?
If anyone knows the plural of series, let us know, please.
We need some grammar police.
We're struggling.
Anyone that's listened to my English today, please. I was born in Jamaica, so.
Oh.
You can't let me off.
Girl, you were like 2 months old.
Anyway, so The Bachelor. That's the one that one of the 2 that we have been on our journey with, and we're almost at the end. So this week's episode was The Bachelor. Women, what is it called? Was it
Women Tell All.
Women Tell All. So this episode was basically kind of like a reunion before it's finished, but just with the women that unfortunately didn't make it this far. And then we had Matt did a little cameo at the end because he wasn't really on it for that long. So yeah, guys, did we enjoy this episode?
It's a little blah blah blah.
Yeah, it was a bit for me. It started off with, who was the first? I can't remember who the first person was. It doesn't matter anyway. But it was just like the girls telling their experiences on the show and stuff. One of the ones that stuck out for me was when the girls were talking to Jasenia about her bringing up, it was basically Jasenia and Katie really, about them bringing up like the drama in the house. And there was like a little bit of it that was shocking for me, because the girls that they were both kind of like defending were telling them like, you brought up this like toxicity to Matt when there was no need to. And for me, I was like, what? But then I had to check myself, like, actually, if they weren't experienced in that, then was it your place to say that if they didn't feel the experience was like that? So I was like, oh, okay. It gave me like a different perspective basically on those episodes. So I'm like, well, now that I know that they didn't feel like it was that. Yeah. Now I feel like, should that have been said? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, 100%. I had a 360, 180, 90.
Yeah, like
that was my opinion the whole time, because I went in real strong, like, of course she should have said it to Matt. Yeah, we're tripping. And then after a while, I also had to check myself, and I was like, hold on a second, but if you actually weren't being affected by it. But then I 180 because I realized if you're in a house, of course you're affected, because the drama is affecting you. So I would understand, like, when you can't get to your own space, so you can just let the drama happen, then yes, you're affecting my peace too. So if I have to be the one to say that, but I understand where they're coming from. Of course, they'd be upset, but if no one's gonna do it, are you just gonna sit there or not? Like, so I don't know.
But I also feel like, do you think the issue of them bringing that to Matt's attention, do you think that actually impacted these girls, like making them leave? Like, I don't think any of these girls had anything with Matt anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see any of them that were going to last until the final 4 anyway. So I go, then keep having this argument, it affected my time in the house. And I get that. Yeah. But only a very small amount.
It was an influence. It was not like the deciding factor.
It wasn't.
Matt did. Matt decided.
Exactly. And I think they will keep conveniently forgetting that part. That
they
actually
don't want
Matt
to
decided.
Recognize that part.
Oh, it's so funny to me. We've got Matt's kissing with his eyes open. Because they brought that up to his attention and he said he didn't know he was doing that.
I'm so glad they brought this up. It was bothering me. I didn't want to speak on it because I didn't know if it was a medical thing.
Did you actually notice it?
Yes!
I didn't even notice it.
I didn't.
What? I did. I was like, I don't know if it was a medical thing, so I didn't want to say anything. But like, I don't know his history, do you know what I mean? So I was like, let me just look away. But when it continued with everyone, I was like, why are your eyes open? Like, what is there to see? Like, are you looking at my pores? Are you checking if I'm like, no, what are you looking at?
He said, I didn't know that was a problem.
Don't give me some joke. I'm sorry. Now, he's a very good-looking guy, right? So we know he must have kissed a lot of ladies before the house. Well,
exactly.
Maybe, because, personality matters. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I'm pretty sure someone must have brought this up before. Come on.
Like, but even like imagine you're kissing someone and you open your eyes. I don't know why you
see two eyes, like
see 2 eyes right there. I'm screaming.
No, it's a horror movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I would actually think there's a demon in him. If that was
why?
No, because
why
I
your
wonder
eyes
why.
open?
Yeah, it would scare me
And
that
what
level.
do you see at this closeness?
That's what I mean.
Proximity? What
and
can you see? You can't
see Superman's eyesight.
You just see nose holes.
You can't see anything. So what are you looking at?
He was just saying, "Oh, I was just looking how gorgeous these girls." That's a lie. First of all, that's a lie. He just
I don't know. You can't. I don't feel like if you kiss with your eyes open, can it be passionate? Because you're not focused.
Well, you're too focused. I think
you're too
focused.
I don't know. That's just weird to me.
It's different, isn't it? I love the fact that the girls actually brought it up, but they didn't show that part. But even though the girls brought it up, even until the last episode, there was open eye. So I think it's maybe something you probably,
I don't think you can help
should
it.
look into. Do you think it's ingrained?
No, because it's been so long now, years. I think if he closes his eye, he's got to remember to tell himself.
Yeah, it's normal to him now.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, everyone.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
I was just going to say that wasn't the only thing that everyone noticed. So when he walked out, okay, so for those who haven't watched it, when he was in the house, he didn't have a beard. But when he turned up to the reunion, he had this really full beard,
Rick
not like
Ross.
like it wasn't like, I'm just starting out.
No, he's like, I've been.
Or I got the stubble.
I've been growing it.
I think it was like
I think
over
it was
the
fake.
lips. Was it a goatee?
Not
technically.
No, I think it was a lace front.
No, I think it was.
Oh!
I thought it was real. No chance.
I'm joking.
No.
No, but it did come on quite quick. Like, that thickness.
It was so thick. It was just like to the sides. It was
Yeah,
to
it
the
was
it was the bit
powerful.
on the sides that made me think.
Do you know how many men literally struggle trying to grow a beard?
Yeah.
Struggle.
I'm aware.
I know.
And it
then
just
here
doesn't
he
connect.
comes off just a few weeks later. Bam.
I don't think it was weeks though. I think it's been a couple of months. I think it's been like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it's about as long as the episodes have been running. Think about
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do you like the bearded look?
Did y'all like it?
Nope. I love a beard, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to seeing him without it. It was just weird for me. It didn't. I don't know.
It was a grower for me. Like the first time in the preview, I remember thinking, "Whoa,
who is this man?"
Honestly, I was just like, "That ain't man." And then when we watched the episode, I was like, "Oh, now I've deeped it already. I can just look for Matt behind the beard," and he looked okay with it.
Do you think the beard will give him a new personality?
No.
Right. like, it's like, as a woman, right, when you get your hair done, like, as opposed to, like, even when your hair just changes, I feel like it can affect your mood and, like, just the way your outlook on life. Like, if I got red hair, that means
it's popping.
It's popping. Whereas if I've got a black bob, then maybe it's a little different. Then I'm thinking, now that he's got a beard, maybe now he feels like, when they put their hands together. I don't know, like, maybe now he just feels like that guy. I don't know.
He wasn't giving me that guy vibes. He was giving me...
No, actually, no.
Pre-beard.
The same.
He was pre-beard and with beard, same guy. And you could tell
great
that
guy.
Because he is a great guy. On the show, we noticed that when the drama was kicking off and stuff, he didn't really hold a firm stance anywhere. Like, you messed up, or you messed up, or you didn't mess up. There was no real, like, clear views. But so this is the time when he actually knows what happened. So there was quite a few bits of drama. There was Anna. She accused Brittany of being an escort. We've seen MJ. She was accused of being a bully along with another bunch of girls. We saw Victoria and all her drama. Like, she called everybody a hoe, a bitch. What else she called everybody everything.
She called him out as well before she left.
Yeah,
she did.
I can't remember what she said, but she said something about him.
She did?
I would never date another dramatic again.
Yeah.
And some other stuff.
Dramatics. What do y'all think about, she cried. Talking about she went through some issues. Now, I'm sorry to have scoff there, but I'm sorry. I don't believe this chick. I feel like it's excuses. Because it's like, okay, if you feel some way, I'm going to validate your experiences, okay? I'm not going to dismiss them. But you dismissed the fact that everyone else had a feeling. To say that was okay because you had a feeling. What?
I think there was an element of damage control because I'm sure she's had a bit of public's reactions to the things that she's been saying. So I think part of it is that she's trying to save her image to an extent.
But I just feel it's hard to have that level of, like, sympathy for someone that doesn't take any accountability. Like, no, I didn't. But I didn't mean it like that, or I did. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't ever say, well, okay, I apologize for that, but in return, this is how you made me feel. Yeah. And then if someone says that, you can't, like, the way you feel is the way you feel. But you can't come here and sit here and start crying about stuff, but at the same time say, well, I didn't, I was only, don't you think you're just too sensitive? Huh? How are you going to ask someone that, telling them, well, don't you think you're just being a bit too sensitive while you're sitting here crying? Because of what you said and people's reaction to what you said. Not anything pointing out people's reaction to what you did. You can't live this life and say what you want and expect people to react how you want. People are going to react how they feel.
Her and Piers Morgan came out of the same family tree.
Same womb.
This guy.
Haunting.
She pulled a Piers. But yeah, back to the question. Did he plead the fifth? So he heard all the drama now. Did he plead the fifth?
Yeah. I don't remember him having a firm opinion on any of it.
I think he was saying, like, he basically was just saying we all make mistakes. I don't think anyone's a bad person. I think that was pretty much what he said.
Which is fine. Don't get me wrong. It's not wrong what he's saying. But sometimes you just want a little bit of, like, what do you actually feel? Like, what do you actually think? Do you know what I mean?
If we were going to take it back to the spices, he likes to give the salt and pepper. No, to be honest, he only gives the salt. He doesn't even give the pepper because the pepper is a little bit of spice. So he doesn't even do a little bit of black pepper. I'm sorry, Matt. That's boring.
Just give us a little something, Matt. Just a little something.
And we know he got the spice because you're out here pranking and this, that, and the other. So you clearly have personality. So where do you lie?
I think it's just when the cameras are off.
Yeah.
Then
it's a different story.
I think he's very aware. He's very aware. So
that's what it is. He's very. You know where people like Victoria will lose their awareness sometimes and just say whatever.
That's right.
He's very switched on. He knows what room he's in. He knows who's in this room.
He knows
where they work. The camera A, B, C,
yeah,
D at 3. Like, he knows what I want. so he's not gonna slip up in any way.
He'll never be caught slipping.
Never be caught slipping.
That's right.
I
respect that, but you're on reality TV, you know. Part of the reason people are on this thing is for personality-driven people, and yeah, that self-awareness stuff is boring TV. Sorry, did that sound mean?
No, it just is. Like, what it
I
is.
really was expecting some back and forth, at least from the girls, to say, you know, I didn't like the way, like, I wanted something.
Everyone was just too nice.
Something.
I'm telling you.
I could be doing something
Like,
else.
why are none of you disgruntled?
You know, it's like, why are they doing daisy chains and like, give me drama.
After all that spice in the house, I really thought, okay, now you ain't got nothing to lose. Go for it. Go
charge. Some of you don't. You're. Oh, let me not. But just. Yeah.
Right, next. Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
What an episode.
Someone else lead on this because I just need to react. I forgot.
My memories are not
I was
fuzzy.
just gonna say, not a lot actually happened in this episode because this was like the aftermath. Like the morning after Bolo.
Yeah, I think it started with the dinner. After Portia was like, I ain't in the mood to pray. And then it was from there.
I love that little bit.
I ain't in a
Portia,
praying
what you
mood.
say as a prayer? I ain't in a praying mood, child. It's like, it was so funny to me.
But all I was going to say is the way it opened was with LaToya bringing up, Drew, do you think it was appropriate the way that you acted with the stripper, etc., etc., etc.? And then they're going back and forth, and then Kenya's into it. Kenya jumps into it, and then all of a sudden, LaToya's like,
but it was you, Kenya.
LaToya,
you're the one that asked and did the investigation and went around and the thing is as well, right? Nothing LaToya does is really shocking because as I've said before, like I've watched LaToya on YouTube. This is LaToya. Like she'll just come out randomly and say something completely off the wall, start drama. Yeah, and she knows what she's doing. Like she knows what she's doing. But she'll say it in such a calm way, like, "But Kenya, weren't you the one that da?" And Kenya's reaction, right? So Kenya was saying how she feels like if anything happened, anything went down in that room, she thinks it's absolutely disgusting. She's like, it's absolutely disgusting. I'm here with my child. Like, do that in your own house. Now, Kenya, you brought your child to a girls' trip where you knew, because you asked Candy before you even went down there to plan this bachelorette.
Yeah.
To bring the dungeon, you set that up with Candy. So you knew what was going on. You brought your daughter into this. They didn't bring the nasty to your environment. Yeah. So don't come here now, sit on the table talking about it's disgusting. Do that in your own house. Well, maybe you shouldn't have brought your baby.
She was the one who said, "Bring Bolo back." So
she her voice. She was like, "Yeah, cut the lights, Bolo." And she told Portia, "Yeah, go get him, girl."
Mm-hmm. I see all.
So it's convenience opinions with Kenya.
And I just wonder sometimes, like, do people not remember what she says? Because certain situations, like, especially at that dinner table, when she said that, I'd have been like, because you was all up in it. But everyone just let her just carry on. And I just thought,
They're just tired, I think.
It's
probably just perfect. Yeah.
Because Kenya,
whatever, Kenya.
Season 13 at this point, like.
And I think they're just so used to her. Sometimes it's just like, huh? What did she say? Like, oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, after the dinner happens, they go back home now. They don't actually show that journey, which I think is interesting, of them actually going home. It just cuts and then all of a sudden they're back in Atlanta.
You know what it is? I am alleging that Kenya couldn't afford the jet back, so they all had to go in the bus. So Kenya, we know she ain't gonna allow that to play.
To be filmed and put on TV. The jet was for a one-way. It was not a return ticket. That's so funny. And I also think as well, what's her name? Tanya as well. Probably caused a bit of a hoo-ha because, you know, We ain't seen Tanya since that dinner table. We haven't heard Tanya's name.
Not the humming.
Tanya, girl, why?
Oh yeah,
did Tanya put herself in
yes,
it?
this was the episode, wasn't it? When
This was the episode.
Right.
She sat there. You just snitched on yourself. No one asked you. Literally, no one was talking to Tanya at this moment, and she said, "Well, I'm gonna say, I was in Portia's room."
You could even see Portia's face like, "Girl, don't do it."
With conviction, she thought she did something.
I was with this girl last night.
She thought she did something good. Bless her.
What was she trying to do though? Like, what was she trying to vindicate Portia?
Yeah. No, because she was trying to say that she was with somebody. You know, when you're like, oh, you can't say that I'm anywhere because I placed myself with someone else, but
you don't place yourself with the person that's accused.
The one who actually don't give a. She already said like she was having a good time. Like she don't care.
I really think she was trying to like defend Portia. I don't think she was thinking like about the consequences of what
they
she was
were like pointing at Portia, like,
yeah.
"Oh, Kenya, you trying to say it was Portia?" And then Kenya's like, "I'm not directing at anybody." And then Tanya's like, "Well, I will tell you something. I was with this girl last night." So you're trying to vindicate Portia, but Tanya, you wasn't in the clean to begin with because we already thought you was there.
Right,
so
just
now we
fight
know.
your own fights, man. How do you guys feel about things like this though? Because what played out is a friend tried to come to another friend's defense in the midst of clearly allegations and drama. So in a situation similar where you have a friend who's being accused of something by a collective, would you just be quiet and allow it to play out, or would you hop in and try to be the savior?
It depends on what my friend is doing. If my friend is like Portia, who is saying deuces, like I don't care, why am I now gonna jump in this ring of fire that is not needed? But if my friend is like no, then yeah. But read the room, Tanya. Read the room.
And it also depends, are you involved in it as well? Because I mean
don't sound
it's not my business. Just keep my mouth closed.
It's not my business, man.
Even Portia was just like,
everyone's an
quiet.
adult here. Everyone's an adult, right? Do what you want. It's not my business. Why do I care who's in the room and who was doing bolo?
That would have been me all day. It's just like,
why
do I care?
Did you want to be in there?
Innit?
Because you sound like you did. You sound like you're upset you didn't get invited. Because it's the whole day and a half after, and here we are again. Talking about this whole thing.
He's just mad.
It's so
what
funny.
I actually loved was when they got back and then we saw Candy speaking to
Don Juan.
Yeah. And see, I love Candy because she sees and knows everything. And honestly, everything she was saying I was agreeing with. Like, Candy is me in this situation. Mind my business.
And I'm mind my business. Candy was like, I did hear, but I wasn't gonna say that.
She confirmed it. She in the biggest sneakiest way, she confirmed it.
Mm-hmm. And so did Marlo as well, by saying, I heard a party, a sex party.
Well, we don't know, but I heard a party. Come on. And then she said that Tanya went down to Portia's room for snacks. Was it her that she said it? Or was it on this week's episode? I can't remember because I already watched this one, so I might be going back. But someone said someone went to the room for snacks.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Yeah. Thanks.
And I was like, really? You went to someone's room for snacks? No, Tanya said it at the table. And then in this week's episode, Marlo brought it up that she said it, but she actually said it at the table. Right. She was saying that she went to Portia's room for snacks at 6 a.m.
At 6 in the morning?
You mean where the kitchen is located?
Walk past the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, where the kitchen is up there, on the same floor as the kitchen, you go to Portia's room for snacks. I want to talk about Drew and her husband, just quickly, because it's just so weird to me what is going on here with this relationship, because he still refuses. So Drew's husband basically took a break from the marriage or their relation, whatever, took a couple of days break and went to, I can't remember the city, but he went somewhere else, and he didn't tell her where he was going, how long he was going for, who he was with, where he was staying, none of that, right? Things I feel like as a wife, some of them questions I need to know the answer to before you just feel like you're gonna up and leave me and the babies. Like, this is not boyfriend girlfriend, this is a marriage. And he still feels like today, after this has happened, after therapy sessions, he still feels like he doesn't owe her any of the answers to these questions.
Therapy sessions.
But they have. So I just feel like, and mind you, she's come back, but listen, she's come back from this Bachelorette thing, and she's here recounting the whole thing from top to bottom. This is what happened. So did he? Yeah, he did. Giving him all of this stuff, right? Yeah. But do you think, like, as a husband or a wife or whatever, is there any reason that you would be allowed to go away from your marriage for 3 days and not tell your significant other anything, and you think that's okay?
I mean, look, the way I see it, I'm going to give a philosophical answer. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm so darn sorry. But the way I personally... it's a short one though, don't worry. Keeping it sweet. I just kind of feel like until I can experience what it means to be in a marriage, especially a long one, I ain't got nothing to say. Because the only experience I can talk from is a relationship, which ain't the same. So I can talk from the experience of, oh, if he went on holiday, he can't well, yes, because we ain't in a marriage, you know what I mean? Like, it's proper going to tell me that you're not capable of a marriage. That's why my understanding. But the other thing is, forget me and my answer. What was their agreement? That's what I want to know. Because maybe she agreed to him having this little holiday from the marriage. Maybe they were struggling and she was like, go do you and you can come back. And if that was the case, then to some extent it is like, well, did she agree that you don't talk about it? Because, you know, people do that stuff where they're like, go have your break, I don't want to talk about it, outside, out of mind. Did you come back and feel like you're good now? So I don't really know. I feel like their marriage is so secretive to me. I feel like I don't really understand what's going on. All I know is he smiles way too much and it creeps me right out. Really creeps me out. Like, I feel like I'm just like, he's like the husband 2.0. Like, he just looks way too perfect. Because he's always like, yes, honey, honey, do you want some tea? Do you want that drink? Is your girlfriend's okay? Should I warm them up? Should I open the door? Should I unpack? I'm like, what the heck is going on?
I do agree with you when you're saying yes, 100%. I agree with what you're saying about, like, each relationship's different, and like obviously marriages are a different entity in themselves. They're an institution. But
they're firm.
We know for a fact Drew did not co-sign this because of what she said on the show. And also, I'm sorry, if he's leaving with no notice, he's leaving his kids as well. Like, this ain't a Premier Inn. You can't check in and check out for 3 days and then not answer a few questions when you come back. So listen, I just,
that's what, and mind you, she's not even asking you what you did. She's not asking you what you did. She's asking you where you went.
That was a struggle to get out.
You can't tell me
where
you went. And then
that's
finally, then he told her where he went. Okay, where'd you stay? Man, you asking me all these questions. What?
Yeah.
Sir.
He was so defensive.
And the fact that she, I mean, everyone is different. Everyone has their different requirements and what they will and will not allow. And again, I ain't never been married, so I can't really talk too tough. But I'm just saying, you're not gonna go away for 3 days and think you're gonna come back here?
Yeah.
Without telling me no. Lay down in this bed? Yeah. I need to know something. Like, oh, it's so funny. And also, another thing that she keeps doing as well, Drew, don't know if you guys have noticed it, but she keeps on making this little comment, especially to Kenya and to Portia, saying that she keeps, anyway, you like, sweet lonely Jerry, like, what is going on here? Drew keeps saying, oh, maybe if she did this or maybe if she did that, then she wouldn't have problems in her marriage in relation to doing like some sort of sexual act. Like, she keeps saying, oh, if Kenya was busting it like that, maybe. What's that got to do with her marriage? And for you, who don't even have a stable marriage either, for you to be dropping them and telling, and even with Victoria, you don't care about the sanctity of marriage. What's going on here?
I feel like she's trying to put herself on a pedestal, you know what I mean?
But she needs to be careful.
Yeah,
be careful.
Yes.
I think it's
people in glass houses.
But that's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's like she knows that her marriage is going to crumble. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, the cameras are not lying to us that something ain't right there. But you also confirmed it. She also confirmed it. But so it's another way of kind of like, let me not focus on how crap my life is. I'm gonna put everyone else down around me, because that's just typical behavior that we've seen that happen all the time. Well, it's
but
like
even
Kenya.
if you're gonna do that, like, be smart about it. Don't put them down on the same topic that you're struggling on. Find something else.
I'm telling you,
because I'm not gonna talk about marriage if I know.
Plays herself.
If I know that my marriage is not.
Do you think I'm gonna open my mouth?
I'm not talking about marriage at all. Next subject.
Can you imagine the reunion when they all see the shady stuff? This
the reads.
Fire.
I can't wait for them to read. Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. Oh, before we wrap it up, I just think the audacity of this man.
Oh my days.
Mark Daly. So, Mark and Kenya are obviously having their issues, right? So he doesn't even live in Atlanta. He lives in New York. They have their child, right? And as Kenya said on the show, she's never even left the child with Mark by himself to look after.
Wow.
Right? So they already, like, his role is very, very, very limited, right? So at the moment they're having this like thing of like, well, they're separated, but it's a bit iffy. So Kenya is in the process of like serving Mark with custody agreements, which I think is a bit iffy anyway, because why aren't you just going to get the divorce? But anyway, that's what she's doing. So in the process of Kenya doing that, Mark starts texting Kenya love songs,
sweet nothings,
all these sweet nothings and all these things, saying all this stuff, and then she
really
goes.
Happened?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know, because it's Kenya. Grain of salt. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm taking it with a grain of salt because I just don't know.
I just had the feeling he wasn't attracted to her to begin with, so I'm just kind of like, why would you text a woman that you're not attracted to? I'm not saying she's unattractive. I could never say that. She's so beautiful. But I never felt that there was the attraction there, because she used to walk around him and he looked like he was genuinely annoyed to be in her presence. I just didn't get it.
It was weird. But anyway, that's what he was doing. So she comes now to this meeting with her lawyer, and she's kind of in a good spirit, way better spirit than she was last time she met with him. Like, she was crying on spot. Yeah. Came in and she's all like, you know what Mark been doing to me? He's been sending me all these things. And the lawyer's like, oh? Really? Because I got
stop it. The lawyer had receipts, I swear.
The lawyer was like, well, Mark filed for divorce. And Kenya's like, what? So she's up in arms about this, but I think the way he's filed for divorce, because he's filed for it in New York legally, it won't work anyway, so he'll have to actually come to Atlanta to file, so blah 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 blah, right? But she's a bit like, what the hell, like, you was just telling me this. And then the lawyer says, and he's asking for alimony. And I just feel like the audacity. You don't even take care of your child. You don't even live down here. You're up in New York doing God knows what with God knows who.
Like D.
And you want to ask me to pay you
my
money?
Where was he going with that, honestly?
Like, huh?
Is that probably... Do you think that's why he got with her in the first place? Because he's basically broke. So he was like, she is on TV talking about... I'm sorry, she does make herself very available, doesn't she? She's been on for series. Hold on. You know what? I can't stand it, yeah, when people hype up things and they're like, oh. Just making me feel all types of bad.
Speak.
I'm never going to talk again.
No, speak.
I'm playing with you.
Okay. Nah, but real talk, Kenya has been on TV now, talking about how much she wants to be married. And that's the truth. So what I meant by she's made herself a bit of a target for a person who's an opportunist. And I feel 100%. Like Mark gives me opportunist vibes, because
100%.
At that one time when they were at an event and he was kind of like, my wife, this is me and this is us. We present our family. And he wanted to be so, what was it? That event for men, like when men are doing great and they...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're on about.
Yeah. He just gave me kind of like, I want to puff up my chest kind of like vibes.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So, yeah. Maybe she
well,
was an
if
easy
he's
target.
asking for alimony as well, it's because he is the lower...
But
he
I
has
think
the lower
he
income. No, he has to be, because if he's asking for alimony, that's how it works. Like, it only goes to you. Fact check me,
Yes.
but I think it only goes to those who are on the lower income in the marriage, which is
so that you can maintain your
and
lifestyle.
Kenya said she don't have a prenup. Kenya,
because she listens to the sweet
my
nothing.
days.
I think my theory's just been proven today. I've cracked the code.
How did he suck you in that much, man?
By the way,
Let me
allegedly,
not
before I
speak.
get sued.
Yeah,
Alleged.
Streets, I've been saying. Nah, Kenya, I just hope this works out in your favor, because whatever I feel about you, I just feel Mark just gives me like creepy, like grimy vibes.
She don't deserve
I don't want
this.
him to profit off of this at all. So yeah, as I said, I already watched this week's episode, so next week we'll talk about it as a collective.
Yeah.
I think it was a good episode, so you guys should enjoy that. I don't think we have anything else to discuss for today.
No, that was it. It's been a good couple of weeks of TV, and I look forward to continuing on.
Yeah, exciting. I think the next episode of The Bachelor, is that going to be the last one?
So no, this is where they have something called what's it called? It's basically when they get to stay over for one night with Matt.
It's a fantasy suite thing that they've all been.
Suite,
yeah. Oh, this is going to be a good episode. Well, this is going to be a good one.
I actually don't think. We'll see, because I think maybe the stories after the show will be the good thing. Because he acts so respectful. I don't feel like he's going to do anything. But previous series, there has been some, forking. There's been some forking, and that came out after the fact. Like, there was someone who got
spooning
in the windmill. So
let's go.
By the way, that was Hannah. That was Hannah, his best friend. She was the one who in a windmill.
I
Just
heard
saying.
about
Did you? Oh,
and I never even seen the show.
I didn't hear
self-confirmed. She said she did it more, like 3 times that night.
Well, Hannah, girl, you live your life, babe. Whatever you want to do. As I like to say, everyone's an adult, so do what you want. We will catch you guys. Yeah, I was gonna say we'll catch you guys next week. Please try and watch some of these shows as well, so that when we talk about it, you can be in tune as well and get in on the tea. But yeah, see you guys next week.
And keep your booty clean. Like,
There you go.
I was actually looking out for y'all, that's all.
Oh god.